All right. What is up, y'all? Crazy McCormick is up in this bitch. We got one more person that we got coming in right now, and they just fucking logged in. And we got our homegirl Snaps chilling with us tonight.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. So Snaps ended up getting in touch with me, and she ended up telling me that CPN wanted to call in because he has a very important announcement. He's going to be calling us from jail sometime within the next 5-10 minutes. So figured we'd start this up right here, 8 o'clock, and we are going to wait for him to call in and make this announcement.
Yes, and I was going to get dressed up for this occasion. However, there is speculation out there that I am not a real person. And so I wanted to keep that rumor alive. So all you're getting is my avatar.
Hell yeah. Well, that's unfortunate for everybody else who wants to know what you look like. You know, Miss Roboto.
It is I. I am Snaps. I am not reading the chat. No one cares what you think.
This is accurate. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and move it over to private chat because, you know, I know that there's going to be some people that are going to be in there that are just going to bother the piss out of everybody.
Oh, especially, oh yeah. The comment sections of this video is going to be intense.
Now, what's interesting to me is, you know, it's going to definitely fucking... I think what CPN might have to say is probably going to set the fucking internet on fire.
Yes, for sure.
But hey, while we're waiting for those of y'all in the chat, let's see some hammer emojis for CPN and hashtag free hammer daddy.
Free hammer daddy.
Yeah. Show the motherfucker some love and support. Now, unfortunately, like I tried my best because there was a way for him to video call, and unfortunately, I couldn't figure out how exactly to get it on here. I mean, I had an idea, but I just couldn't go through with it, and time was running out. So, yes, CPN will be coming in shortly. He will be calling anytime now. So we just are basically just waiting, you know, letting people fucking kick in. He's got a very important announcement that he has to say. So in a way, it's going to be live with CPN from jail.
And honestly, I think it's hilarious and fucking legendary to be breaking the internet from jail.
Right.
Like, who does that?
It is very difficult for somebody to break the internet in jail, and somehow I think that CPN is going to be able to do it. This is Child's Play Ninja we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
The clout god.
Yes. Still earning clout tokens. Like ramen noodles and cigarettes are no longer currency in jail since CPN walked in. It's now the clout tokens.
Right. Oh man, I've been looking forward to this all day. It's been really difficult to just not talk about this, but
yeah,
I'm excited.
It was rolling through my head as I was grocery shopping earlier today. It's fucking great.
Well, we've been staying quiet about things just because it's not really smart to be running your mouth about things going on this serious, you know, and we've been not even letting anybody know that, you know, we even talked to him while he's in there. And now it's kind of like a redeeming moment for everybody, like all these fucking rumors being spread everywhere like wildfire. And, you know, here's a few minutes to squash a little bit of that and just rustle the jimmies.
Yes. Yeah.
In a very non-aggressive, non-threatening way.
Yes.
Noted. Documented.
Yes. Just how we prefer it. non-threatening, non-violent. It's going to go down. So 8:05 is when he said that he was going to call in. So he apparently probably has to go through some process. I don't know what it's like having to make a phone call with jail. I only know from the receiving end.
It's all high tech now.
Really?
They have like, yeah, they have some kind of like tablet of sorts. They have access to.
They have access to a tablet. I believe it, like they lock it down at 11 o'clock is what he ended up telling me before we ended up going up in here and starting this live. But yeah, I got to check it out. It works the same way as an actual over the phone call. So I don't know if 100% if he's going to be calling through that app specifically, or if he's going to try to just call regular over the phone. But either which way, we'll be able to tell, that it's him and everything. God,
Yeah.
how long does it take for this phone call? Because like I'm anticipating this moment.
I know. I've been waiting all day. We're just chilling out here, being law-abiding citizens, not hurting anybody, not doing anything illegal.
Right? We're just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like a couple of individuals.
We're being so individual right now.
Individual situation.
I bet all those people you banned are gonna be pissed they missed this live stream.
Oh, I mean, they'll be pissed that they weren't able to chime in 2 cents. Ah, there we go. You hear it? Can you hear that?
It's time. It is time.
All right. Okay.
Call is from a correction facility
Can you hear
and
that?
is subject to monitoring and recording.
Perfect.
Thank you for using GTL.
Awesome. Hey, what up, Hammer Daddy?
Hello. How are you doing, crazy?
I'm doing perfect right now.
Are you live, sir?
Yes, I am. We have 63 people in the chat.
Okay. Can I be heard? Can you confirm with the chat room if I can be heard loud and clear?
Chat, can you hear Child's Play Ninja?
Yeah.
Like
got some things I want to say.
Yeah, we had like Snap said that she could hear the automated thing. So. Okay. Yep. Loud and clear. Check. Loud and clear. Yep. You're good.
Loud and clear. Okay. So I'd like to say a couple things because I have not been able to speak on this since it happened. But listen, I just first want to say that I know that in my life, I may have not been the best boyfriend to some females. And I know that, but I also know that I've never gone this level of evil with any female that I've been with, no matter how bad they were to me. Okay? Some of these females, I know for a fact that it was my fault and I wasn't the best boyfriend. And other times I can say that it was definitely their fault, depending on who it was. So if we're looking at possible karma, maybe this situation can in fact be karma from something in the past. I don't know, because I have never in my life told somebody that I loved them and been capable of this level of evil towards that person, no matter how angry I have been towards them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What I do know for a fact is this level of evil that Roxy has done to me, I did not deserve from her. In other words, I did nothing to her in order to deserve that. I have done some mean things, yes. in our relationship. I've said some mean things. I've gotten loud, etc., etc. But in no way, shape, or form have I done anything that compares to punishment fitting the crime on a level where I'm going to, where it would be suited that she would very publicly go hook up with somebody who's been antagonizing me for the past couple of years and antagonizing her, which is the weirdest shit. Publicly display it and then give this person all of my personal information and then set me up to put me behind bars. There was nothing I could have possibly done to her to deserve that. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, though, that if karma exists, then I feel really bad for her future. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I almost, I don't know. I like feel really bad. I don't know. So there's that. Now, as far as how I'm getting along here in jail, I'm getting along fine. You know, there's a little group of people I talk to daily. You know, we all kind of sit in the pod and watch TV. You know, Selena was on tonight, and I didn't realize Selena was that iconic still because everybody sat around and watched Selena. You know what I mean? Like, we watched the fuck out of some Selena tonight. The food sucks. It's jail food. It is what it is. You know, so there's that. But I'm getting along great. I am actually doing business directly for myself. Career-wise, I'm actually not in the worst spot that I thought I was going to be in. Fucking business opportunity-wise, I've actually was working on some business opportunities before I came in. Those still are in the works. You know, talked to my partners in this. So a lot of that's still in the works. That's happening. I do want to let y'all know something else, though. As soon as I got locked up, Roxy and Chuck broke into my house. They stole computers, other things from me. And Roxy gave Chuck one of my computers, the only computer that Roxy would know how to log into. All the other ones she does not. Mm-hmm. However, that was my main computer that I broadcasted from, that I did live with CPN from, that I gamed on, etc. And that computer has access to social medias, etc., etc. So, with that said, throughout the years, I have had females, you know, that I've talked to off and on. They like to send me pictures sometimes because I'm CPN. Roxy used to be one of those females. Chuck has all of your nudes. And Chuck has all of your nudes because Roxy Red gave them to him. I just want you to know that. As far as the community is concerned, people who in fact may have purchased something from me, people who in fact may have gotten some deep conversations with me, people who purchased something from me, and I have your address and I sent you stuff. Chuck has all of your personal information. There's so many of you out there that Roxy just gave your personal information to by handing him the keys to that computer. And she knew what she was doing at the time. I do not understand the level of evil, the level of maliciousness that she is on right now. I don't get it. I don't understand the reasoning behind it. I understand her being annoyed with me. I understand certain things. I do not understand this level of maliciousness that she has done to me. and done to a lot of you by giving Chuck access to a lot of your information. I heard that on a live stream, Chuck threatened to rape Snaps while Roxy sat right next to him and laughed. I don't understand this. I don't understand what she has become. It hurts to watch her transform into such the evil person she is, especially somebody who claims to be a sexual assault survivor and who claims she's told me stories about that stuff. So I don't understand why somebody would stand by somebody while they make a threat like that to a female that she used to be cool with. As a matter of fact, a female that she teamed up with one time and literally did a diss track to Chuck because of all the shit he was saying and doing to her and harassing her and her family. It's something I don't understand, and it's something I'm not going to understand. But then at the same time, I hear she goes on the Outcast Owls and says all this shit, which is really weird to me also. And the reason being is because last year, when I had my falling out with Max, and I told Max I never wanted to see him again, I never wanted to talk to him again, and I called him out online. And here comes Skeletor 24, blah, 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 you piece of shit. Ride or die for Max. Roxy came up to me one night, we were drinking, and was crying her eyes out. And she said, since you fell out with him, I can tell you about this now. I didn't want to tell you about this because you and him were cool. And she told me that at Super Gathering one night when she was drunk, Max sexually assaulted her, put his hands all in her pants, started playing with her pussy, doing all that. And she tried to push him away, and he would not, and she was barely fucking conscious and could barely move. This woman cried in my arms about this situation. And now, for some reason, her best friends are the dudes who ride or die for her. Okay? Well, ride or die for Max. It's the weirdest shit. And she knows for a fact, she ever came out publicly and said, actually, Max did that, those dudes would have her, them and their fans would run her, would rake her over the fucking coals. She knows this because we've talked about this ever since me and her split in January, and she went on there to say this bullshit. Me and her have talked about it. Okay? So I don't understand. I don't understand her level of evil. I just do not. I do not understand where she's coming from. It's not a place I want to be. The last time I was there, the last time I saw her in person, she looked so strung out. I barely recognized her. And I am hearing from certain people. The stuff she posts on Facebook and stuff, pictures of herself recently, she doesn't even look the same.
She doesn't.
People have legitimately told me she looks like a whole different person. And it's not like a new, strong person. She looks bad. And that sucks. That sucks. What sucks to me even more is what's going to happen next. They don't know this. And without giving too many details, the only thing I can say right now is there is a huge, and I mean huge, investigation going on right now on Roxy and Chuck. Like a giant investigation based on things. Now, I know one of the reasons they took those computers is they were concerned about certain things, about the fact that I had got copies of everything out of Roxy's MacBook, played the fucking diss track to Jay. You know the song They Swear Didn't Happen? You know that one that I was lying about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one. That one, sir. Well, here's what people don't know. Towards the end of February, I hired a private investigator. I wanted to make sure that all my I's were dotted and T's were crossed. And when it comes to us getting a divorce, because after what happened that day I left and I woke up the next day and she's there with Skeletor and 24th, there was no rekindling. We were not going to get back together. It was over. You know. But I hired a private investigator because I was going to make sure that if she's doing that, she's probably doing a bunch of other shit behind my back. It probably has been. So I needed proof, you know. Oh, and I got the proof, sir. Before Chuck even was involved in it, I got the proof. Right? Well, the files that were cloned, that were taken from her MacBook, are not on any computer that's in my house. That was in my house. These exist on a remote desktop virtual machine that the PI, that the private investigator, gave me access to. But for some reason, my gaming PC does not like the little app program that accesses it. Causes my gaming PC.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Oh, I have a minute remaining. So I'm going to call you right back, Crazy, and I'm going to drop the bombshell.
All right.
Be right back. Be right back.
All right. We'll be waiting.
Thank you for using GTL.
Well, so far, I have to say that the information that he has dropped has been pretty fucking interesting. He got a PI to, I guess, put specific files on this remote laptop that only he has access to.
So there's a bunch of copies of evidence out there that certain people are thinking nobody will get their hands on now that they took it out of his apartment, but it's out there. And he has it. So, yeah, that's wild. And by the way, go ahead.
I was just gonna reiterate the fact that this was going down prior to Chuck involving himself.
Right. And by the way, just to clear this rumor up, if anyone was educated on how court proceedings go, they would know my YouTube channel of edited public videos is completely irrelevant in court. People are saying CPN is stuck in jail because of my YouTube channel. And you can go ahead and keep spreading that rumor, but in reality, you're really just making yourself look stupid.
Thank you for using GTL.
All right. So we got him back now.
It's
okay. Can everybody hear me? Are we good?
I believe we should still be good.
Okay. So
I'm just putting it back in the same position.
I hired a private investigator. And what's really cool about hiring a private investigator to investigate your spouse is you can give a PI so much permission to do things. And it's not against the law for them to do so because it's your spouse and you're still legally married. Roxy was under the impression that the day I moved out was the day us being legally married, where we can't do anything and this, that, and the other kind of didn't count because that was our separation. The police and some other people have informed her that is not the case. And that's the other thing. I can't believe she's listening to legal advice from Chuck because the police have actually told her on multiple occasions at this point that certain things Chuck told her was illegal for me to do actually was not. Certain things Chuck told her was legal for her to do actually was not. It's weird to me, but anyway, were you going to say something?
No, I just giggled at that comment.
Oh, okay. But anyway, so the files, all these files on the Mac are on a remote desktop. The reason they're on a remote desktop is the PI he has a license or whatever to be able to certify that he found this on this device, et cetera, et cetera. So certify, it's for court, right? Once he does that, he can send me copies and stuff, and there's a folder on there where he'll put copies of certain things in there. It takes a long time because he has to certify shit before he does this and all that. It takes a while. Well, as far as all that music goes, all that shrine music, some of her solo stuff, some of Blase's solo stuff. Earlier this week, I contacted one of my friends in Arizona. We have established an LLC, a new entertainment LLC. Every single song that Shrine, that Becky, and that Roxy has not released yet, and that have not been put through the system yet, are being put through the system and copyrighted on our end. We are taking full control of all of Shrine's current projects. What will happen is, can Roxy fight me for these back? Yes, she can. It's just going to take a lot of money and time to do so, you know. But any other beats that she's made so far for stuff that's not on that original Shrine EP, a lot of stuff that Blase Rose uploaded into that band lab, Blase didn't go through the proper channels of getting things copyrighted properly and all this other stuff because she's broke and doesn't know how to run this shit. Like, this chick literally has the masters of her own fucking psychopathic EP and still hasn't re-released it because she doesn't know how to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, all of this stuff is now owned by me and my friend in Arizona and our LLC. Okay. So they put this album together. They get it mixed and all that. Okay, let's put it on Spotify, but it will come back that the sound matches some shit, and we will get notified. And it is at that point I was like, nope, this is infringing on our copyright. That's what's happening. Now I am perfect. I am a reasonable man. You know what I mean? So I am perfectly willing to discuss some terms here with Shrine on how we go about rectifying that situation.
Mm-hmm.
So just know, from this jail cell, I have been putting in a lot of work. I have been putting in work galore. Okay? I am not down at all. I'm not down for the count. I have had friends and family really, really come together for me. Some of my family is coming up to Virginia. And they'll be here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I already have a house for them to stay in. But coming up to Virginia, they don't like the fact that somebody has, in fact, taken me from my home, asked me, and then used the fact that I don't know anybody here against me. So people I know, people who love me, people who are willing to stand by my side, will be here. And they'll be here real soon.
Good.
So with that said, we're still grinding. The hustle still goes. I have been sad, but that sadness has just turned to, I just want to get all this stuff over with. I never want to see her again, to tell you the truth. I've never been more done with a human being than I am with her. Like, in my life, I have legitimately never been more done with a human being than I am with her. You want to say that? Don't take that as I'm saying I regret marrying her, because I don't. Because what a great adventure that was. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a feeling of love and being in the clouds and stuff like that. You know, a feeling like that. It's kind of like that drug. You know, the best feeling drugs hurt really bad when you're withdrawing. You know.
Yeah. I know what you
Some of
mean.
the best love in the world hurts really bad when it's severed, and when you're betrayed and stabbed in the back and everywhere else. It hurts bad, but my experience here and what has happened here has really put forth to me, I don't want anything to do with this one, ever. And like I said, I have never in my life, I have had girl friends that I've broken up with on really bad terms. I have never in my life been so done with a person. Just been so absolutely disgusted. Also, my device is going to shut down here in 20 seconds because I'm out of juice. So thank you very much, Crazy. And I also want to say, I heard a rumor about a certain video being played in my hearing. That rumor's not true. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night, brother. All right. I don't know if he's
Thank you
hanging
for
up.
using
There we go.
GTL.
All right. There we go. So
Yeah, the only video that played in his hearing was Chuck's live stream of the incident.
yeah, as if that was the only live that was going on at the time, but that was also the only piece of information that was given to the courts at the time. So yes, looking like doing my best to try to ignore the chat. I see that we have a lot of hammer emojis. We do have a lot of love with CPN in the chat. I told him the first time that he called me, he's got a lot of support on the outside. And yeah, he's for the most part, he is doing good in jail. He's still making moves, still doing business. You know, it's that Isham once said, what's the worst thing that you can do to a person is take away their time, because time is really all that we have in this life. Everything else is kind of just material. But Jay,
Right.
Jay had brought that up before, and he ended up saying, now, if you go to jail and you do something with that time still, you're a smart motherfucker. And it sounds like CPN is doing just that. On top of that, he also made sure that he dotted his I's, crossed his T's to make sure that he wasn't too far fucked if something like this was to happen.
I just think it's funny that, like, his number one haters are promoting Shrine, and he basically owns it.
For the most part, yeah. Like, they recorded a lot of stuff, and like with artists, they record a lot of shit, and then they pick and choose what fits where in an album. And I think this album only had like 5 tracks, I think. And so there's more unreleased shit. So if they release that later, well, it's obviously copyrighted by CPN's LLC.
We are sorry if we tricked you.
But yeah, for the most part, it definitely seems like CPN is still doing good in jail, despite the fact that he did not, his bond appeal was denied on Friday. But that doesn't mean that he's down and out for the count completely.
No, I mean, it takes time. And then in July, when he goes in, it's really going to be another brief ordeal, really. It's not even like the deciding day. It's not like the judgment day either. So it could get stretched out even further. He could be in there much longer. He does have a chance to get out in July, but it's just going to be another brief kind of thing. So
yep. So
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, only time will tell. But I've got confidence that CPN is going to be fine. On top of that, it looks like he's got family that's going to be coming over, staying at his house, and making sure that the rest of his stuff is safeguarded. And possibly trying to get back the other stuff that Roxy and Chuck stole. So that explains why, like Chuck was able to magically get my phone number that exact same day.
Yes.
Gee.
So, people are kind of delusional if they think that he's just never gonna be out doing his thing again. I mean, it's just a matter of time. And he's a smart person. He's a smart person.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only human. We all make mistakes. I'm sure we all have secrets. And this is
All of us
just one of those. This is just one of those super shitty points in time for him. But at the same time, he's making the best of it, and a lot of people have his back. Seems like a lot of people just don't want to get caught in the crossfire of all the haters by actually speaking up on the topic. A lot of people are just hanging back and being quiet and hoping for the best for him. And I understand that because it is a lot of drama standing up for him right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
A
mean,
lot.
like the very few people that are actually out there that are defending CPN are getting run down, like you, me, Madness from Bedlam, being three of them. And they've already threatened, like anybody who's got CPN's back, they will be coming for you. I've been told that in the last fucking, 10 or 12, or maybe even, I lost count, amount of fucking voicemails that I've been getting from Chuck.
Yeah, like if we had to sit here and review all the threats that we've received in the last 2 weeks, it would take a good hour and a half to review everything that's been thrown at us.
I think if we did that, we'd probably be able to outdo the amount of time that it would take to do an average Outcast Owl show.
Yeah.
24-hour stream.
And speaking of time, the homie Scully the Rebel, he has put in a lot of time being a supporter as well. He has been behind the scenes, just being such a fucking awesome, solid homie for CPN as well. And I want to say thank you to Scully the Rebel for just being such a real person.
Yeah, because that's what real homie shit is about. Not, oh, he's in jail, now it's my time to stop talking positive about the man and start talking shit.
Oh, nobody likes him, so now I don't like him. I have a shit brain. Yeah, I'm not about that life.
By the way, I do have to point this out. I got to shout out Juggalotus BD John for that $5 super chat. Whoop whoop crazy. You already know the business. Tell CPN I said what's good. I'm sorry I didn't at the time, but I will tell him the next time that he calls me. I'm sure Snaps, you could do the same thing.
Yeah, and he will be out again one day, regardless of everyone's delusional fantasy that he will never see the daylight. He will be out again, and I'm sure he's going to come watch this shit and reminisce.
Yep. And on top of that, if you do just so happen to see him at a show, you can give him a big hug and rub his butt.
That wasn't gay at all.
No homo. Let's see. I got another one. Chris Frilseth with a $2 super chat saying, I hope you all are staying safe.
Thank you so much. I've seen your comments before wishing us well. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you for the fucking support, Ninja. I do appreciate that shit. Now, I know that we have a lot of people up in the chat, but that right there is really all that we needed to live stream for. So shout out to Child's Play Ninja for putting them up on that shit. So, for fucking coming in here, putting it down, telling us what's good. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, and I will be back on my YouTube here soon. I just it's really nobody's fucking business, but I do have some things going on, and I'd say within a couple weeks I'll be back to making my dank videos, and hopefully I'll be back on your channel, Crazy, because you're the homie and it's always fun. So I'll be around a little bit.
You know what? I'll tell you what, if you haven't already subscribed to Snaps, I'll fucking put a link in the I'll put a link in the description in post. Come back here and subscribe to Snaps.
Yeah, come talk shit to me.
Yes.
Come talk some shit. I enjoy that. Social suicide is my specialty.
Yes. I mean, we were, we were told that on somebody else's shit. But all right, we're gonna get up out of here. So thank you guys for being here and participating up in the chat. Outcast Owls, thank you for the mirror. I'll make sure that I get the copyright on that so I can get paid off of your shit.
Oh shit.
Yes. So I'm Crazy McCormick. She Snaps. We're out this bitch. Deuces.
Peace out.